Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to our meeting.
Chatty folks.
We're glad you're all here. It is 5:30, and we are meeting in the boardroom on Legacy Campus. We are glad to see so many people here. This is such an exciting meeting, and we are glad to be here. We'll begin with roll call, starting with Jared.
Jared Black, Business Administrator.
Jeff Nielsen, Board Member.
Chris Corcoran, Board Member.
Kathy Christiansen, Board Member.
Terry Rhodes, Board Member.
Roger Pulsifer, Board Member.
Randall Bagley, Board Member.
And Larry Jepson, Board Member, and Steve Norton, Superintendent, are excused. Roger Pulsifer will lead us in the pledge and the mission statement. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our mission is to educate students for success in a changing world.
Thank you, Roger. First on our agenda is our recognition section, and this is always very exciting. First, and what we will do first is recognize the classified employees of the year. In our list, which is almost alphabetical, we have the custodial employee of the year, who is Eric Dersch, who is the head custodian at Millville Elementary. And that award will be presented by Casey Hilliard.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just want to say congratulations to Eric Dersch. This is well deserved by Eric. He's a great custodian, a great person to be around, and I haven't known him for that long, but since I have, it's been a great opportunity to know him and get to know him a little better each day. I'm going to read this from his principal that wrote this, and then I have a few comments after. Eric Dersch, Cache County Custodian of the Year. Eric Dersch loves his job. He always has a smile on his face and a joke at ready. He is willing and eager to help everyone in need, whether it be a student in the lunchroom, a teacher in his or her classroom, or the principal landscaping his own yard. Eric is quick to offer his help in a genuine manner. He always goes above and beyond his job description to help Millville Elementary students, staff, and parents. The facilities at Millville are well kept, in tip-top condition, and as a result of Eric's attention to detail. He then takes it to the next level by planting hundreds of flowers, taking care of the school bearded dragon, and making sure that he is meeting everyone's expectations. His attitude is infectious and brings a smile to many faces on a daily basis. Eric represents what an elementary school custodian should be. He is willing to be involved wherever he is needed. He has been dunked in a dunk tank, sprayed by silly string, and had his hair dyed pink, a nice shade of pink. He loves being a part of the school team, and his school wouldn't be the same without him. It's no surprise to Millville Elementary that Eric Dersch is being recognized as the Cache County Custodian of the Year. It is something they have known for years. Congratulations, Eric Dersch. And I just wanted to add, he is a great custodian. His building is always clean. He's always looking for ways to improve. And I don't know if I've ever heard him complain. And just to him being a part of the team, he stays after school and is a part of the after school club with the kids, and so he is all about the kids. And I just want to add one more story. This winter was a rough winter for our custodians. They had to plow a lot of snow and shovel a lot of snow. And on a Friday afternoon, about 3:30, I got a call from Bruce Parker, who's our building facilities manager, and he said, we need some help shoveling off Wellsville Elementary. And we had to shovel off the roof. So I sent a text out, and we have great custodians. About half of them replied and said they would be there. But I forgot to put Eric on the list. So when I got to work the next morning and was headed out there, I noticed that I'd done that, and I texted him, and he beat me out there. And so he is truly a great employee and somebody you want on your team. And this is so deserving for Eric, and I appreciate him. So thanks, Eric.
See? Nothing. Millie. For Millville. No, thank you for the award. I appreciate it. It's been a long venture, and I love it at Millville, and I'm hoping to retire there.
Thanks, Eric.
Oh, don't go anywhere. Picture. Congratulations, Eric. Do you have family that's here with you tonight? Please stand. Awesome. Thank you so much. Next, we have our award winner, Employee of the Year for Food Services, and it is Stephanie Merrill, who is the lunch manager at Skyview High School. And her award will be presented by Shane Jones, principal.
Well, this is my first year back to Skyview, and to be honest with you, I've had to put up with your sister for 5 years at Green Canyon. And so when I found out I was going to have to put up with her sister, Stephanie at Skyview, I was like, oh no. And then they said, oh no, she's the nice one. I think that's what you told me, that you were the nice one, right? So no, Stephanie's been amazing, and I've really enjoyed getting to work with her and get to know her this year at Skyview. And I asked all the lunch ladies that work with her, hey, tell me what it's like to work for Stephanie. And I don't know if you made them all learn the same speech, but I'm telling you, they said the exact same thing, every one of them. They said, first of all, that she's just fun to work for, that we love coming to school every day. We love coming to work because we know we're going to have a good time. She treats everybody so well. And then they said the second thing is her caring for our students, that she finds those kids who just need a little extra love and notices them coming through the line and tries to get them involved in the program and just includes everybody there. And then the third one was they said, well, whatever she says we're having for lunch, we're having for lunch. Nothing changes because she is so organized and so well planned that even if someone tears a knee, right? And we got one out with a knee injury right now, or if somebody gets sick, it doesn't matter. Stephanie's got everything planned well enough that we can run a lady down if we have to, or with subs or whatever it is, because it's just that she is that organized. And so they just love working for her, and I love that she's working for us as well. So she's very deserving of this award.
You let her.
Thank you. That's all. I'm not.
There you go. So wait for the picture. Let's put you in the middle. Wait, in the middle. Okay, let's get this organized. Wait. Oh.
She'll be signing autographs after.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Stephanie. We have those who are here with Stephanie. Please stand. We love this night because family and friends are here. Next, we have for the secretary crew, Employee of the Year is Angie Sorensen from Cache High, who is also the Youth in Custody Secretary. And her award will be presented by Anna Marie Isaacson.
It is my honor to recognize Angie Sorensen, Classified Secretary of the Year, and I too have some words from our principal, Sheree Hansen. Angie has a bachelor's degree in Business Information Systems and Accounting. She started in the Cache School District at Valley View High School in Youth in Care, Students in State's Custody. She initially told herself she would stay for 3 years. This is Angie's 27th year in the district. Angie runs Cache High's Trustland, TSSA, Perkins, YIC, ETCA, and CTE budgets. Angie is the starting point for Skyview, Green Canyon, Ridgeline, and Mountain Crest credit recovery, summer school, and demonstrated competency testing. She checks every student's eligibility for the assigned program and notifies the credit recovery teachers. Angie is friendly, organized, and thorough. She counts numbers in her sleep and loves budgeting. She keeps things running for Cache High and every student who is trying to move ahead or who has fallen behind in Cache School District. She is impressive. We are lucky to have Angie at Cache High and could not live without her. Thank you. We love you. Congratulations.
No, thank you.
Congratulations, Angie. And do you want your husband to stand up again so that we can recognize him? Okay, next we have from Transportation, Joe Phillips, who is a travel driver, and this award will be presented by Wayne Reese. And I hear there's some video footage to go with us.
It's an honor to recognize Joe tonight. Joe retired. Where'd you retire from? The state?
Yeah, UDOT.
From UDOT, and then he came out of retirement, and we are so fortunate that he has come out. He's been one of our travel drivers for several years. Last year, and with Tim's help, he's going to show a video. But before showing it, and rather than interrupting the video, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about what you're going to see. Joe's driving down the I-15 in the Riverdale, Roy area, and you'll see a motorcycle come on the left side of the school bus. It is not Tim or Gary, but I think it's going about 97 miles an hour. And and the road narrows, the motorcycle comes in front of the bus. The bus is getting ready. You've got a carpool lane coming up. Goes over, and as it goes over the next lane, a pickup hits the motorcyclist, dumps him off his bike right into the middle of the lane where the school bus is traveling. And so you get to see calm and professional. And so let's watch the video. Thank you. So as it continues, Joe asks a teacher who's on board to call 911 to come and help the motorcyclist. Do you notice how calm he was? Just handled it like a true professional. And there's another angle from a different camera on the bus that shows that motorcyclist was less than a couple of feet from the side of the bus when Joe swerved over. That's how close it was. Anyway, thank you, Joe, for taking care of our kids.
He must have been in one of my sacrament meetings. He told me to keep it to 5 minutes. I just want to tell you that a lot of what I do, I learned from plowing snow up Logan Canyon for 15 years and Sardine Canyon for 10 years. And we've only had 1 year that was as bad as this year. But that's what helped keep me calm, I think. So thank you.
Congratulations, Joe. Can we have whoever's here with you please stand? Stand up. Last but not least on our classified employees of the year is paraprofessional Liz Hershey, who is at Birch Creek Elementary, and her award will be presented by Trudy Wilson.
It is my absolute honor to recognize Liz tonight. I was fortunate to have been able to work with Liz at Summit Elementary and then back again at Birch Creek Elementary. She started her career with Cache County in 2003, and she's going to hang up her whistle, her tappers, her reading supplies at the end of this year, and we're really going to miss her. Just a little bit about Liz. She's helped us with reading as far as different small group Tier 2 instruction groups. Same with math, and she's also been a big part of our ESL team as well. Liz, she's an outstanding employee. She works hard. She's dedicated. She wants what's best for the students. She's made a lasting impact on hundreds, maybe thousands of kids. And you can just feel her positivity and her passion whenever you're around her. She's an amazing example of you can do whatever you put your mind to. Some comments from some colleagues. My first week of being a reading aide, I came in mid-year and inherited groups that were not much used to structure. Liz's table was across from mine, and I'm sure she could see me frazzled and near tears at times. She would call across the room and let me know I was doing a good job and promised me it would get better. She continued to cheer me on and give me encouragement. I told her I'd never forget her kindness. Just a couple more. I've loved working with Liz. She has such a genuine love for each of the kids and gives her all to make sure they are learning and happy. She's a great example of someone who loves what she does, has a great desire to see each succeed, and to see the joy as they realize how much they have grown and improved over the years. I could go on with the same message, just how passionate she is, how everyone she's around adores her, and we're just so fortunate that she's at our school. Congratulations, Liz.
Congratulations, Liz. Can we have everyone who's here with her stand? Can we have everyone who's here with Liz please stand? Next, we have Teacher of the Year recognitions, and we have Miriam Canfield from White Pine. Will be presented by Principal Derek Beer.
This is my first year at White Pine also. As a new principal, you always try to figure out who your leaders were or are, and it was clear really quick that Marion is thought of as a leader, not just in the school community, but the whole community there in Richmond. So I have some notes that some people have given me. First off, from people that work at White Pine. Marion has been so good to go with the flow and to go the extra mile in the process. Kids flock to her, not only because she has candy, but also because they know she genuinely loves and cares about them. She's a great teacher who's very professional and cares about every single one of her students. She has taken the responsibility of mentoring new teachers to her grade level and has been so patient, helpful, and supportive. She also has had a ton of hard things thrown at her with behaviors and extra students all day, all the while still supporting them. She's very knowledgeable, really cares deeply about each of her students, and rolls with the punches. She also cares about the faculty and is always checking in with me to see how I'm doing. She's also in charge of the after-school program, so has so many things on her plate, but does a masterful job for everything. Had some input from parents. I've had 3 kids in Miss Canfield's class over the years, all 3 having quite different personalities. There are some things my kids enjoyed about her and her class, as well as things I greatly appreciated as a parent. Singing the national anthem each morning, teaching cursive, writing, and actually having them write in cursive throughout the school year. My kids still get compliments on their handwriting. My kids enjoyed knowing how to write and read cursive and all the benefits that come from it. Miss Canfield expecting each student to do their best. All of my kids have loved Miss Canfield, sharing personal stories throughout the school year. This helped them feel connected to her and made her so much more than just a teacher. Miss Canfield is personable and does what she can to help her students feel valuable and capable. She not only does a fantastic job teaching the curriculum, but also she helps tremendously with life lessons along the way. All my kids have benefited greatly from having Miss Canfield as a teacher. This is my favorite part. This is some of the things the students said. She encourages us. She's good at keeping 32 of us quiet. It's probably hard to do that. She tries to keep us under control so we don't miss out on recess. She likes to make us laugh. She's strict If when the whole class is being obnoxious, if we are being good, then she gives us good recess minutes. She's really nice. She tells lots of stories. That's the second time stories have come up. And makes us laugh with her stories. She makes us use correct grammar. She's hilarious and entertaining. She always tells stories and does not put up with anything. She always helps people that are struggling. She's really good at math, and we are probably really prepared for 5th grade, and she loves us. And I just wanted to add really quick that I just appreciate the relationship she has with her students. It was clear really quick to see that she loves her students. She doesn't put up with things in their class, and they respect her for that. I love that so many of the students said that she made sure to keep them under control, but they know that she loves them. I've seen many times this year that Marion shows her students and parents that she has high expectations, but she cares deeply about her students. Good job.
I need to talk? Oh. Do you know what I'm going to ask you to do? I'd like you to sing the national anthem with me. Would you please rise? I'm an alto. Also, I've had COVID 5 times. Thank you, my students. And so we're going to probably start a little lower, but just hang in there. Okay. Here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Play ball.
Congratulations, Miriam. Can we have everyone who's here with Miriam please stand? Next, we have teacher Debbie Lee from Sunrise, and her award will be presented by Shelley Healy, principal.
Be thinking of your song.
Yeah, be thinking of your song. Okay. That was so fun. I used to sing that with her every chance I got, so I was so excited when she said she wanted to sing it. Okay, this is about you, though. All right. So, Debbie, how long have you been teaching?
34 years.
33 years. So I'm new to Sunrise. Her and I took a math endorsement class together, so I knew her way back then. Way back when. I don't know when that was. Seemed like forever ago. But I have a whole page of comments from parents about how amazing she is. So I'm just going to read a couple of them. And they pretty much sum up what she does. Mrs. Lee is an amazing teacher. She pushes her students to be the best they can and not give up. She inspires her students to be better and do better in all things. She is one of the first teachers who sees my child for his true potential and is helping him achieve it. The impact she has on students will last a lifetime because of the skills she is teaching them. And then this next one is fabulous. Mrs. Lee goes above and beyond for her students, and that is the absolute truth. Absolute truth. Before school, after school, weekends. Sorry, I added that part. Okay, continuing on. She puts in hours, and that's in capitals, hours and hours of extra work in grading so that her students can redo assignments or complete missing assignments because she genuinely wants to see them succeed. She cares about every single one of her students and does whatever it takes to help them and to help their parents help them. I've never met a more dedicated teacher, and I've never met anyone more dedicated. She is the best teacher ever. She is so kind and makes sure that everyone is getting the help she needs. She needs. She has an amazing podcast. You have a podcast? Yeah. Wow. Okay. She has an amazing podcast, and I just love Mrs. Lee. She is planning to retire next year. Nope. She can't leave. She's going to stay forever. And she is running out of time to get chosen. I didn't read the ending part. But she is just the world's best teacher. And I can genuinely say when we look at evaluation, a lot of times we look at individualizing and differentiating for every student. This is the master right here. She individualizes, she targets, she gives them goals they can reach, and they reach them and then some. So give it up. Give it up for Mrs. Debbie Lee.
I guess I'll just say that I love teaching school. I love it so much. And I am sad to leave. But I've had so many great people to work with, so many great principals. I've worked with so many people in this district. Tim, Gary, Steve Norton. I just love him. And I've known Gary forever. And I'm just so grateful for this Cache County School District. It's the best place to work in the whole world. It really is.
You're here. Yes.
Congratulations, Debbie. Can we have everyone who's here with Debbie stand up, please? Next we have from Greenville, Sarah Vasquez. And this award will be presented by Principal Stephanie Adams.
I'm really excited to be here tonight to present Sarah Vasquez to you. This was my first year at Greenville, and one of the things I remember right off the bat from coming to Greenville was feeling like super overwhelmed because there's this amazing group of people that you've just met who are all so supportive of each other and so caring. But then once everybody's kind of trickled out of the media center, Sarah stayed back with a few others and continually told me, whatever you need, just let me know. Whatever you need, whatever I can do, just let me know. And that hasn't stopped for an entire year. And that characterizes her and what she does for our school, for our staff. Sarah is a single mom. She's also been a full-time graduate student, recent graduate of a week ago. Woo woo. And despite all of the demands on her time, she is always making time for others. She's also very aware of the people on our staff, of those folks who've had a hard day or hard event that's happened in their life, and she's stopping by, she's checking on them, or sometimes slipping a note, or just a quick text or message to let them know, I see you, and I care, and I've got you. one of the very most poignant experiences I've had with a student this year was when Miss Vasquez had COVID and she was out, and I had a kid come to the office and said, "Please tell me she's coming back." And I'm like, "No, she's just sick. She'll be back next week." She's the reason I come to school. That's Miss Vasquez. You know, she started her career not actually in teaching. She went out to university and actually got a degree, I believe, in music, correct? And I found it really interesting when I learned that, because when you think about music, music has a way of reaching people at a deeper level, of truly touching us and moving us. And that's the type of teacher that Miss Vasquez is. She's amazing, and she does so much for our students at Greenville, and we are blessed to have her. Our Teacher of the Year, Miss Vasquez.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My dear sweet mom, who passed away a few years ago, was a teacher, and even at age 77 would still dream about some of the students that she taught, and would tell me about her dreams and would remember stories about the kids that she would teach. And she was one of the most selfless people that I've ever known in my whole life, and taught me how to look out for others and to see the ones that feel not seen and to love them. And one of my favorite musicals is Les Miserables, and if you've ever listened to it, one of my favorite songs from it is A Heart Full of Love. And my mom used to always say that I had a heart full of love. And now I get to love all the students that I get to teach and the people that I get to work with. You guys are amazing. We do it together, and it's not easy to be a perfectionist teacher because you want to do everything for everybody every day, and it's exhausting. And it's hard to realize that you can't do it all every single day. But I'm grateful for you guys that are here. I'm so happy that I get to see you and work with you every single day. I have the best team, best school. And I was sick with COVID last school year in the ICU for a week, and was gone for about a month and on oxygen when I came back. And so that's probably why they were like, "Oh no, she's really not coming back this time." So I'm really glad that this wasn't as bad this time and I was able to come back. And anyway, so thank you. Thank you, Principal Adams.
Congratulations, Sarah. Can we have everyone who's here with Sarah please stand? All of her team. And to wind up the fun, we have Jody Mangum from Cedar Ridge, who will be presented by Principal Amy Ivey.
It is my absolute pleasure to recognize first grade teacher extraordinaire Jody Mangum as Cedar Ridge Elementary's Teacher of the Year. There were so many wonderful things that were said about Jody, but I want to read you this one because it does tell you the story of how Jody is at our school. This teacher said, "Mrs. Jody Mangum is someone that I consider a mentor. By spending time in her classroom, I've been able to learn a lot about classroom management and keeping students focused and on task. She's able to patiently and quickly help students keep their focus without losing her cool or the momentum of her teaching. She has been able to do this even at times when she's had a very difficult student or students creating disruption. She is also very caring about students and makes sure each student feels seen and cared about." Yes, absolutely. I've enjoyed watching her teaching style and her classroom management style as well, and the way she interacts with students and other staff, and I would say with parents as well. I often think about and use ideas and methods of classroom management that I have watched and heard her implement. She is a team player, and I have noticed how well she collaborates with her team and how they work so well together, both her team at Cedar Ridge and her team back at Greenville too. They help students and have the best possible experience and gain an exceptional amount of learning and growth during the year that they spend in her classroom. I am so proud of Jody. We adore her at Cedar Ridge. We absolutely love her. And I've personally worked with her for 8 years at Greenville and now at Cedar Ridge. And I've known her for much, much longer as we worked together in first grade for many, many years. I would like you to humor me for a minute. At our school, we do something called snaps, which is compliments. So can we all snap for Jody, please? I love it. Congratulations, Jody, Cedar Ridge Teacher of the Year.
Thanks, bud. I hate this part. I just do what I do because I love it, and this has been my dream. But I have to tell you, you can't do this job alone. So I have to thank... I have to thank my family for supporting me, and I have to thank my friends. Oh my, sorry. No one else is crying. But you can't do this job alone. So thanks for the support. Thank you. You need to read all the others.
Congratulations, Jody. Can we have your team stand up? Thank you all for coming. This concludes our recognitions portion of our agenda, and we'll move on to business now, and you're welcome to stay, but if you want to escape, this is the moment. Talk to that guy just standing up with the gray shirt and gray tie. He just stood up right there in the center aisle, right there, bald head. Gary. 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 Jared informs me we have no public input in our meeting today. Highly unusual. So we will move on to our consent agenda, and I will take a motion.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
I second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the consent agenda as printed.
I missed the second. Who was that?
Randall.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I should have said moved by Roger, seconded by Randall. And so is there any discussion? Seeing none, we will vote on this.
Voting is closed and the motion to approve the consent agenda passes unanimously.
Thank you, Jared. Next, we have our action agenda. Tim, are you presenting Intech? He's right there?
Right there.
Perfect timing.
He was
Next
waiting
up, we have our action agenda, and first on the action agenda is to approve the charter agreement amendment with Intech Collegiate Academy, presented by Principal Jason Stanger.
All right. There are just a couple of amendments that our board is proposing as we're moving over to BTEC here in a year. The first is a technical change just in our location rather than being within the boundaries of the Cache County School District, within the boundaries of Cache County. That's representation 6, that small technical edit. The larger edit is to our board membership. The proposal, currently we have 2 members that are appointed by USU. We are proposing that one of those be removed from USU and be moved to BTEC. Since we'll be partners with them, then Cache, BTEC, and USU will each appoint one board member. Will still have 2 elected parents and 2 other members appointed by our governing board. And then there's a further amendment that just says if any of those appointing entities fails to appoint a board member within 4 months, that Intech's governing board could appoint someone from those entities unless the board or directors of those entities did not approve of that. And those are the amendments.
Excellent. Anybody have any questions for Principal Stanger? All right. Thank you for that presentation. You are a master of arriving at the right moment.
Oh, I just was in a cooler room for a little bit. Looked warm in here.
It is warm in here. Okay. I will take a motion.
I move that we approve the Intech Collegiate Academy Charter Agreement Amendment.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Intech Collegiate Academy Charter Agreement Amendment. And if there's no further discussion, then we will vote.
Would you like me to mark yours, Roger?
Mine didn't come up.
Okay, I'll mark
Yep.
it for you.
Yes, thanks.
Voting is closed and the motion to approve the amended Intech Collegiate Academy Charter Agreement passes unanimously.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So tell me, where will you be in the BTEC building?
We will. So there's a new building being built on 6th and 14th for BTEC's Health Sciences. They're vacating, their current spaces they're vacating will become Intech.
Oh, cool.
We'll have about 50% more space in that area than we have right now. So.
And it will be a little bit more manageable as far, I mean, movable as far as space goes than where you were?
Well, it's 50% more space. We'll fill it.
Oh, okay, awesome.
How space works. But,
great. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have the travel expense and reimbursement policy that Jared presented to us last meeting. It's here for approval. Does anyone have any questions for Jared? If not, I will take a motion.
I move that we approve the travel expense and reimbursement policy.
I second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the travel expense and reimbursement policy presented to us, and with no further discussion, we will vote.
I don't have one.
Got it that time.
You don't have one either.
Roger, yours is marked. Kathy, should I mark yes for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Must have some technical issues with the voting platform tonight. Voting is closed, and the motion to approve the amended travel expense and reimbursement policy passes unanimously.
Thank you, and thank you for your work on this, Jared. It's interesting that the policy was allowed to float as long as it was in its its former state, and so thank you for making it a much clearer policy and easier to read. Moving on, we are at our reports agenda, and Jared will give us the April financial reports.
I just uploaded it this morning, but I did add a cover page to the report that was previously in your board packet. My apology for the lateness of that. A quick update on the audits. Through the end of April, we really didn't have a whole lot of work that we did on the audits that month, which was a welcome relief. We are still waiting for 2 or 3 completion letters from the State Office of Education. We expect those to come before the end of the fiscal year. But as it stands, those audits are essentially how they were a month prior. We spent most of April gathering numbers for the budget and starting to compile our budget, and so we're busy working on that and plan to have that ready for. I can probably have a preliminary report at our next meeting at the start of June, and then for our budget hearing, which I believe is on the 15th of June. So we're in shape to have all of that ready. Are there any questions on anything that you've read or looked at?
It's hard to believe that so much of the year is gone. Oh, wow. Anyone have any questions for Jared? Okay. Moving on, we are at board member reports, and I hear Jeff has a very exciting one.
I do. Okay, maybe we'll take that adjective off of it, and I have one. But
okay.
Yeah, I sent out. So Richard's going to be sending you all a request for board self-evaluation and then BA evaluation. So that should be coming soon. And then I need to, I sent you a list of questions that I'm going to work with Tim to see if we can send out to the parents and employees to get some feedback on what they think we're doing. And we'll compare that against the question, the way we answer it, to see if our perception aligns with the perception of everyone else. So that should be happening soon.
Great. Thank you, Jeff. That will be a different way to do it, and I think it will be very interesting. Anyone else have a report? Okay, moving on. To the board president report, which will be the last report of this meeting, since the superintendent is not here. There are a few things I need you to do. One is to sign this card of thanks for Emily for all the work she did for us in April. The second one is I didn't hear back from each of you on creating a written contract for the new superintendent. Are y'all okay with that? He feels most comfortable to have a written contract. Anyone have any comments?
I agree. I think that's the right way to go.
Okay. And as I visited with Jared has never had a written contract. And so he's comfortable without one. Do you want to have a written contract for Jared's position because he's coming up on renewing his contract? Do you want to have a written one, or do you want to just continue to let him do his amazing work without that.
And I can clarify, I'm fine either way. It really doesn't matter to me.
What are the rules? Are we supposed to have one on him too?
No. I reached out to Rob Smith in Alpine because he is one of the few other BAs that I know in the state. And I think he's probably been around the longest. Is that right? And he said that he doesn't work with a contract as a BA, and that a lot of districts in the state don't issue written contracts for their business administrators. But he gave me a few district names of districts that do, that we could look at for
verbiage.
Sample for verbiage if we want to do that. So I just need your input to know how to move forward with that.
I like the idea of just getting some of those examples just to take a look at them.
Okay. I'll get those pulled together, and do you want me to just email them all to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you.
And then we can discuss it at our next meeting.
Sounds good.
Okay. I think that was, also, Dr. McKee has run out of PTO in his current position because he's been coming here, which was something he wasn't expecting to do. And so he would like to still come once a week until as he makes the transition to July 1st. And I spoke with Kirk to ask him if we could pay Dr. McKee for those days, and he said yes, we can pay him on a daily rate just for the days that he comes to spend here, working here, and as he makes his transition to cash. So I just need to know how you feel about that. I guess I should ask Jared if we can afford that.
Yes, that should be fine.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay. All right, I will email Kirk and let him know that we discussed that.
So I've also run out of PTO.
Have you?
Just wondering.
Your school board
Just
PTO?
take it out of your guide.
There's no school board PTO? Tell me that.
What does PTO stand for anyway?
Paid time off. You're getting no sympathy from Kathy.
None.
Yeah, I don't like the look I'm getting, Kathy, to be quite honest.
It's making him feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good. Thank you, Kathy. Did you learn that in Spain?
No, as a teacher.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, I don't have anything else to report. Anybody else have a comment, concern?
I have a comment. We have a teacher of the year. We have classified employees of the year. How come we don't have a board member of the year? Yeah.
Would you like to be it?
No, we would alternate every year between you and Kathy. That's what we do. Yeah.
I was thinking we could take turns. Go down the road.
It would be
It's your
Kathy
turn.
1 year and then Terry the next year. So.
But then Chris will feel bad.
Actually, and to be quite serious about that, that occurs to me when Randall says that we don't have like a principal of the year or some sort of like
Administrator?
Yeah, I mean it would be
Or a district employee, district office employee.
yeah.
Well,
But-
district
but-
office employees are included in the classified employees.
Oh, okay. But what about principal of the year?
I don't know.
Gary?
We haven't no.
I mean, it's kind of a thankless job. It seems
Well,
like it would be kind of nice.
what
to,
about-
But we also only have 25 of them.
41.
What about Amy?
Oh, sorry, I forgot about those.
Amy McNeil, she got something that was selected by all of the principals this year. Okay.
So some of our principals belong to the association, the elementary School Association, the National Association, or the Utah Association. And in that, they do something like that. So I think in my elementary, I have 5 of my 17 that are members. So the other 4 voted, and Amy got it last year or the year before. Anyway, so there is something like that. I think, and I'm speaking from 20 years as a building principal, it would be a little embarrassing maybe for an administrator. I don't know. It is a thankless job in a lot of ways, but at the same time, my vote would be to keep it with our classified staff and our certified staff, our teachers and others. But I may be speaking out of turn. I don't know how you feel, Tim.
Can I disagree?
You can, absolutely. Tim's going to disagree with me. That's what I like about him.
We have another principal in the room, so we can ask Principal Stanger.
This is true.
I am not going to comment on district.
Tim will, though.
I'll be the administrator of the year in Tech. We don't do it there.
I just know how hard our administrators work, and I think any opportunity we get to thank an employee group and they are a group. They come in, they negotiate, they work long hours, and it doesn't hurt to say thank you to them. So that's my opinion.
I know it. I mean, it's embarrassing for everybody. It's clearly embarrassing for every single person because it speaks a lot to the humility of the kinds of the people that work in the district. But if it was an award where they were selected by their peers or something like that, it seems like that could be pretty meaningful.
I've been in a lot of different buildings in our district, and there are a lot of different ways that it's done. In some schools, I will be honest with you, it's done based on seniority and whose turn it is next. Mm-hmm. And that's a little awkward. You've been here the longest, you get it next, and then we go to the next who's been here the longest, and we work our way down. Others include students and parents in that nomination and in those votes, and so it's done very different at every different school. So it's something. A lot of teachers feel like everybody should be recognized, and then they don't like it when they are. But it is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how our principals would feel.
One thing that I've tried to do for the ones that are in my precinct, when I go to their school community councils and meet with them after the first meeting, I just write a thank you note to each of them and just comment on something that they do really well. That maybe could be something we could do. And just.
But then Chris would have to do that. He couldn't assign it to Emily or Gary or somebody like that, right?
Yes, that's right.
Poor Chris.
And I would have to do
tonight.
That crowd, Chris.
I'm starting to feel sorry for you. I take back my look.
That's why I need the
Oh, look. See? I knew we'd get her to give you a softer look.
I would be happy to do something like that if that's how we wanted to do that. But
well,
I guess I
You're
what
thinking of
Tim
something.
said kind of resonates with me. That's a very difficult position. If there was some way to, since that is a distinct employee group, it's nothing we need to worry about right now, but it might be something we could talk about in fall.
Well, we could put it on our retreat list of things to talk
what
about.
would be the mechanism for that? How would it be decided?
That's a great idea. Okay. Would you just include building administrators, or would you include district administrators as well?
Gosh, I don't know. I guess it depends on how the breakdown works.
You'd just have school?
Gary wouldn't. He would like.
Gary wants us to give him a new helmet or something. Is that what you call that on a motorcycle? It's a helmet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Skid lid.
Yeah. Skid lid. Did you say there are 41 to choose from?
I believe that's the number, yeah. When you add them all, there's 19 in the, no, it would be less than that. 19 in the secondary and 17 in the elementary.
So 36. Okay. We'll put that on our retreat list.
41 when you include the district office.
Okay. I think somebody brought up that topic just so that we would go over the time of 6:30 because I promised Jeff that I thought we could get out of here by 6:30. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you being here, and I am so glad to be working with you all. And we are now adjourned.